Welcome back, it's me, Lou. Okay, so for today's video, this is not going to be a full review. If you look through my recent catalog of videos, you'll find that I've done reviews on each one of these action figures. So what we have here are all the Dinobots minus Grimlock from the Transformers Cyberverse Adventures toy line. And for me, it was very exciting the past few months because it got to the point where in the Cyberverse line, you can assemble an entire team of Dinobots. For me, being a child of the 80s, I loved the original Dinobot toys. I had all of them. As an adult collector, I have a sizable collection of Dinobot action figures. They occupy multiple shelves. Not only do I have the original G1 Dinobots, I have a bunch of third-party Dinobots. I have Dinobots in different scales, Dinobots in different colors. I have combiner Dinobots. And for me, it was just so exciting to be able to collect an official line of Hasbro Dinobots again. They all kind of share a similar scale, and they're part of the new Cyberverse toy line. The last time Hasbro gave us a complete line of Dinobots, I believe was maybe 5 or 6 years ago with the Power of the Primes toy line. And those Dinobots were fantastic. They were deluxe scale. Their robot designs looked very keen on the original G1 designs. And it was even fun because with that line of toys, you could actually it was a combiner, so you could combine all 5 Dinobots together to make what was his name? Volcanicus. I believe that was the name of the combined form. But today we're looking at the Cyberverse line, and we're going to take a look at least my collection of Cyberverse Dinobots. Like I said, you can actually complete the entire Dinobot set, and we're going to look at each one of these. And I just want to show them off, just so you get an idea if you're on the fence about whether or not you want to get into this. Like for me, just seeing all these Dinobots together, it evokes so much emotion and nostalgia for like when I was growing up as a kid. And if you're a child of the 80s like myself, I hope you feel the same way. So on our left, we have Dinobot Swoop. He was in a 2-pack that came with Bumblebee. And they were a combiner, and they would combine together to make Bumble Swoop. Over here, we have Slug, formerly known as Slag. And this is a great figure. This is one of the toys that kind of got me hooked on wanting to get an entire set of Dinobots. Over here we have Snarl, which I think might be a recent release. I'm not 100% sure, because I know that I had a hard time finding him. I couldn't find him on Amazon, and on eBay there was only one seller that had him. And last I checked on Hasbro, the online toy shop, I think this was a new release. So this might be a harder figure to find right now. And over here we have the Ultra Class Dinobot Sludge. This was a figure much like Slug, really sold me on wanting to complete an entire set of Dinobots just because this one looks and feels so much like the original G1 toy. And here is the first Dinobot that we got in the Cyberverse line. We got Grimlock. For me, this is the most disappointing figure of these Dinobots. For one, even though I think it looks cool and he looks cool in the cartoon, this one, it doesn't look or feel like anything like the original G1 toy. As you can see here, these figures, especially these 3, Slug, Snarl, and Sludge, they do so much to really pay homage to the original 80s figures. This one, it doesn't look like G1 Grimlock outside of the color scheme, and this one's transformation is horrible. Go back, watch my Grimlock review, and embarrassingly, I can't transform this guy. This guy is probably about 5.5 inches tall, but it takes 27 steps to transform him. Whereas some of these other Dinobots, they might take anywhere between like 10 to 14 steps. And their transformations are very intuitive. They feel very natural, and it's very satisfying when you transform them, unlike this guy. And on the subject of Grimlock, another Cyberverse Grimlock we got was the Ultra Class figure, and it's this one here. Personally, I prefer the Cyberverse Ultra Class Grimlock over the Deluxe Class. Even though they're based off of the same character and character design from the cartoon, I think the Ultra class does a better job of feeling a little bit more G1. I like the fact that this one has the closed mouth guard on his face as opposed to this one where you can actually see his mouth. I'm not too keen on that. It's like seeing Optimus Prime without the face guard. It feels unnatural. The only downside with the Ultra Class Grimlock is that he's a lot larger than the rest of the Dinobots. For example, you know, if you were to compare him to like Snarl here, he easily towers over Snarl. And then here he is next to Ultra Class Sludge. This is also an Ultra Class figure, and again, he kind of towers over him. You can make the argument that, you know, since Grimlock's the leader, he's going to be taller than the rest of the Dinobots, and I'm on board with that. And the thing is, even though this is a much larger figure, I do like this figure a lot. The transformation's fun. He has an awesome play feature. So again, check out that Grimlock video where I failed to transform this guy, because I also reviewed this one in that video also. So for the most part with this video, I just want, you know, if you're a Transformer collector but you're not keeping up to date with the Cyberverse line, I just want you to let you know that you can complete a complete set of Dinobots now. It's cool. It's very exciting. If you grew up on the original Dinobots in the 80s, there's something novel and cool about, you know, just being able to assemble the team again. You know, we're getting the band back together, and I think this is awesome. They look so great together. Even the Grimlock, even though he's larger than the rest of them, they just look awesome together. So yeah, this was kind of just more so like a PSA, a public service announcement. So, you know, be on the lookout. You can now complete the entire set of Cyberverse Dinobots. It's awesome. They'll look great on your shelf. Even if you don't collect the Cyberverse line, these toys do enough to like pay homage to the original G1 figures that I think you can overlook that. So, let's wrap this up. Once again, my name is Lou. Thank you so much for checking out this video. You know, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. And if you sat through my painfully long Transformer videos where I have a hard time transforming them, an extra thank you. You know, I appreciate that. You know, for me, when I transform these toys, it's a very natural, honest experience that I want to share with you. You know, it's not like I transform these off camera for a couple of hours and get a feel for them. You know, when I unbox them and review them for the first time, that's legit. That's a raw experience, and you know, you'll get to see all the pros and cons as I handle the figures. So if you've sat through any of those Transformer videos where I have a hard time figuring them out and I just stumble all over them, you know, thank you for just sitting through that and just being patient. And, you know, most importantly, just thank you for watching my videos. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, and most importantly, be happy. Buy all these Dinobots because they're fun and they're great, and I will talk to you later.